What's going on, guys? Christian Hanna Horror here, and today we're going to be looking at a really cool vinyl. Now, a little bit about this vinyl, because the irony is, this documentary that this vinyl is based off of, I haven't been able to see it yet because it's a documentary about Mark Patton and his story about being a homosexual in the 80s and before, and the story of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, his history with the film. And I think the documentary really dives in about his life and the things that probably he's never really revealed to the public yet. And the reception of this documentary has been really good. And there obviously was a soundtrack done for this documentary. And when I saw that this was being put out by 1984 Publishing, is the name of the company, I knew I had to get it because I know that I'm going to love this documentary, because Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 was my first Nightmare on Elm Street I ever saw. I absolutely love the movie. I digress, though, because I know you guys want to see the vinyl. So here is the vinyl release called Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, limited edition pink vinyl. And as I said, this is a soundtrack to the documentary. This is not a soundtrack, of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. That they have released that. I think Mondo or Death Waltz did a complete box set of all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. So you can get the soundtrack to Part 2, but this is really cool because this is for the documentary about Mark Patton's story. And it's limited edition. Like I said, this is 1984 Publishing that put this out, and it's just it's a gorgeous, gorgeous looking vinyl cover. That's just absolutely perfect. So let's cut this thing open and look inside. All right, so here we are, guys. We got the wrap off, and wow, just a lovely, lovely cover art. So let's pull out the vinyl, and it's in this black casing right here. Set that to the side, and here we go. And that is a very pink vinyl. Here's side A. It says Scream Queen. A little fuzz or dust on there or something. Based on this, it looks like there's a lot of tracks on this. And the other side is Freddy's Claws. What's really interesting is it looks like, let's look on the back and see who performed this music. Here's the track listing. You got titles like Scream Queen, Behind the Glass Veil, Be a Good Whore, Freddy Krueger is Just a Phone Call Away, Private Detective, Freddy Goes to Hollywood, Childhood, Christopher Street, Share Struck, The House on Mulholland Highway, Side B, The Glove, The Walking Dead, Funerals, They Broke Me, Dark Nights of the Soul, Confrontation, People Like Me, New Generation, Split Second. So yeah, it sounds like it's the soundtrack to his life and his story, which is really interesting. All songs composed by Alexander Taylor, except for Split Second, performed by Skeleton Head. So the last song sounds like it's performed by a band. So, there it is, guys. I can't wait to dive in and listen to this, and I really can't wait, obviously, to see said documentary. I'm hoping it gets some kind of physical release soon on Blu-ray. I'm sure it will. I know Mark's kind of touring right now doing it. But that is one of the coolest cover arts for a soundtrack I've ever seen. And when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. So there's that, guys. That's 1984 Publishing, 1984 Publishing's Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, the documentary about Mark Patton and his A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 story. So cannot wait to pop this in. Highly suggest getting this, guys, because I think it is a limited run. I don't know if they're going to continue to be putting these out. If they do, the pink is certainly limited. So check them out. It was a fair price, $20, so no complaints on that whatsoever. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoy the vinyls, I've got some more that I could do showing off some really cool horror soundtrack vinyls. So there's that. Love Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my favorite franchise, so glad to have that. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is Christian Hanna Horror. Check out the description for the Teespring, the Patreon, hear all the music I do, get behind-the-scenes songs that I make just for the Patreon, all that great stuff. And thank you to all my patrons already. We love you guys. See you next time.